This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, good evening. Can you see my screen everyone? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. So in the last session we discussed about how to create Linux EC2 instance. How can we connect Linux EC2 instance? How can we convert PEM file to PPK file, right? Yeah, so these are all we discussed, right? So anyone having any questions? So far any questions anyone? Everyone practicing, right? So everyone created the account, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, so today we'll create a Windows instance. How can we connect Windows instance? How can we create a user in the Windows instance, right? And also public IP, private IP, elastic IP. So these are all we'll discuss today. Fine. Yeah. So before going to create Windows instance, let's try to understand how to create EC2 instance by using PPK directly. Okay, first we'll create that. After that, we'll jump into Windows instance. Okay. Yeah. It will start amazon.com, sign into the console, click on services. First of all, you can check the region. So on which region the client require the instances, that we need to check first. After that, go to services, click on compute, click on EC2. Yeah. Now click on instances. Now it is showing you running instances, whatever running instances are available in the console, whatever instances which are available in the console. So these instances are in power off state, which are stopped state. Stopped means shutdown state, right? So Docker server, Linux server, right? Other batch servers. Now I want to launch one instance. Click on launch instance. Instance name. I want to give DB server. Click on AMI. So I want to use the Ubuntu. So we already created Amazon Linux, right? So I want to create Ubuntu. So Ubuntu is the Linux flavor, right? So in Linux we have Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat, SUSE, Debian, and also CentOS, right? So like these different flavors are available. Now I want to choose Ubuntu. Ubuntu 20, yeah, Ubuntu server 24.04 LTS. So this is the latest version. I don't want to use this. I want to create 22.04. So this is also free tier eligible. Okay. Select this. Confirm changes. Can you mute everyone? So recording will be disturbed. Yeah. Instance type T2 micro key pair. So I want to create new key pair here. Click on create key pair. So instead of creating PEM file, I want to create PPK directly, right? Yeah. So here batch 94 PPK directly. Select PPK. So yeah, what is the use of PEM? I explain later. Okay. And so PEM. So normally Putty will not understand PEM format. So this is the Putty, right? Putty will not understand .pem format. PEM is a privacy enhanced mail full form. PPK is a Putty private key, right? Yeah. So batch 94 PPK. I just want to give like this. Okay. Yeah. Select PPK. Click on create key pair. So instead of downloading PEM file and instead of converting into PPK, so directly you can use PPK also, right? Yeah. After that, go down here, network settings. I want to use the existing security group. This is the existing security group. I want to use this 8 GB storage, one instance. Click on launch instance. Now the instance is being ready. Yeah, see here, DB server, right? So now I want to connect this instance. How can we connect? Select instance, copy public IP, open putty, paste here public IP, control V, expand SSH, expand authentication, click on credentials, click on browse, go to downloads, the keeper downloaded, right? PPK. See here, this is the PPK, right? Select this, click on open, open, accept, right? Yeah, so Ubuntu default user, what is the default user for Ubuntu? Anyone? What is the default user for Ubuntu?
Sudo.
Amazon Linux default user. What is the default user for Amazon Linux?
EC2 a hyphen user.
C2 user, yes. So Ubuntu default user we discussed, right, already? No? Right. Explain one more time. So I think we already discussed. Let's recap. Yeah. See here.
This conference.
Sai Prasad, you are unmuted. Recording will be disturbed. Yeah, default users provided by AWS, right? Yeah. So for example, first one here. Yeah, first one, which is Amazon Linux. Amazon Linux default user is EC2 hyphen user, right? Next one, second one, Ubuntu Linux default user is Ubuntu only. Third one, RHCL Red Hat Enterprise Linux default user here is EC2 hyphen user. Fourth one, CentOS default user is CentOS only. Fifth one, Windows default user is administrator, right? So these we need to keep in our mind. Amazon Linux EC2 user, Ubuntu only. So we created Ubuntu server, right? So we can give the user Ubuntu only. So password, we don't require password initially, right? So later we can enable the password. How to enable the password? I'll show you while working on Linux concepts. Okay. Yeah. Now I want to connect again. So copy this public IP, DB server public IP, open putty, paste here, public IP, expand SSH, expand authentication, click on credentials. Browse first, yeah, first browse. Go to downloads, select the key pair, which is a PPK, batch 94 PPK. Select this, click on open. Now it is asking you to provide the username, which is Ubuntu. Ubuntu is the username. Enter. Now I'm able to log in into my server. Change bold 14 or 16 you can give, apply like this. Now I'm able to log in my Linux server. So in Linux server, how to create user, how can we add password to the user, how can we give permissions to the user. So we will discuss while working on Linux sessions. Okay. So once complete the EC2, we'll have Linux sessions. Maybe day after tomorrow, we'll start Linux. Day after tomorrow. Okay. So by the time, so how can we create users, new users? How can we add password to the users? We'll discuss that. Fine. Yeah. So by using PPK, how can we connect our server? How can we create the server? Right. So you understand, right, everyone? Any questions here? Fine. Yeah. So currently we are using putty. That is why we required PPK, right? So along, yeah, apart from this putty, we have different interfaces are available. Different interfaces are available. So SSH authentication, mobile extreme, right? So like that, different interfaces are available. GitHub, like that, different interfaces are available, right? Yeah. So not GitHub, so Git interface. Okay. So yeah, we are discussing here only, yeah, putty to connect our, so we discussed only putty to connect our Linux servers, right? So after yeah, few sessions, yeah, we'll discuss about SSH authentication and also mobile extreme. Those are interfaces to connect Linux servers. So putty it's understand only PPK format, but SSH authentication, mobile extreme, they understand PEM file. Even though, so if you want to connect your Windows server, we need PEM file, not PPK. Is it clear to you, everyone? So PEM is also having importance here. PPK also having importance here, right? So both we need to understand. Fine. Yeah. Now I just want to terminate this. Select this instance. Go to instance state. Terminate. Terminate. Now the instance is terminating. Yeah. So now it is terminating. Okay. You can leave this. Now I want to create Windows instance. I want to create Windows instance. How can we create? How can we connect Windows instance? How can we create user inside of the instance? Let's try to understand here. Okay. Yeah. Same way we can check the region and go to services, compute, EC2, click on instances. Now click on launch instance. We can give Windows server. Yeah. So here you can select Windows. Click on Windows. Scroll down here. Now we can select here Windows. Yeah, so better you can take Windows 2000, yeah, 2019 or 2016 base. So don't take latest one. So latest one, if you take, they need higher configuration. So we are using T2 Micro, right? We are using T2 Micro. So by default, it is selected here. What happened here? When I select 2025 base, it is showing, what is this? T3 Micro. This configuration, this server required T3 Micro. Minimum two virtual CPUs, 1 GB memory, right? So that is why better you can choose 2016 or 2019. Okay, you can take 2016 base for practice. Don't take latest one. Okay, so here now it is showing T2 micro free tier eligible. So T3 micro is not free tier, right? If you choose latest one, yeah. Now it is showing. Sorry. not this one, Mac, not Mac OS, Windows 2025 base. See here, T3 micro. It is not free tier eligible, right? So that is why don't choose this. Don't select this. If you select this, some charges will be applied. Costing, right? So that is why better you can go with the 2016 for practice. In real-time projects, we use the latest versions. Here you can select 2016 base. Yeah, scroll down here. T2 micro, free tier eligible. Key pair. So I want to create a new key pair. Click on create new key pair. Key pair name batch 94 PM. Select PM. Click on create key pair. Now the key pair is created here. See here. Okay. Scroll down here. Network settings. Click on create security group. So click on edit here. Now it is showing here. Something it is showing, see here. So here type is RDP, remote desktop. TCP port number is 3389. So what is the SSH port number, anyone? SSH port number
22.
22, right? Yes. RDP TCP port number is 3389, right? Yeah. Security group name, I want to give batch 94 SG. Scroll down here. Description also I'm giving same. Scroll down here. See here. Now storage 30 GB. They are giving 30 GB, right? So Windows required minimum 18 GB for operating system. So on top of that, we can deploy applications. So we create users, right? So that is why minimum 30 GB they are giving. You can choose 30 GB here. If you want to increase, you can increase here 50 GB or 60 GB, 100 GB, like that, right? But 30 GB is the free of cost. Now click on, select one instance only. Click on launch instance. Now the instance is launching successfully initiated, right? Now click on instances. See here. Now the instance is in running state. Fine. Yeah. Now how can we connect this instance? How can we connect this Windows instance, right? So select your instance, click on connect first. So we required a password. Username we know, right? Username is administrator. We need a password. That is why click on connect. Select your instance, click on connect. Now select RDP client, second option. Now see here. Username is administrator. Get password. I want to get the password. Click on get password. Yeah, password is not available. Wait for 4 minutes. Right? So first time it will ask you to wait for 4 minutes. So wait for at least 2 minutes. So it will show you the key pair. So by using that key pair, we can generate the password here. So go back once here, click on instances, click on connect, RDB client, get password. See here. Now it is showing here key pair associated with this instance, which is a batch 94 PEM, right? Batch 94 PEM. So now by using this key pair, so here PEM only required. So don't select PPK for Windows instances. Don't select PPK. So because by using this key pair, we can decrypt the password. That is why so only PEM is required here. Okay. So now the private key we need to upload here. The key pair we need to upload here, right? So click on upload private key file. Now go to downloads. See here. This is the PEM file, right? Select this. Now it is uploaded here. Click on decrypt password. Now see here. Password is generated, right? I'll show you one more time. I'll show you one more time. So once create the instance, select your instance, click on connect, click on RDP, second option. Now, yeah, so here, get password, click on get password, upload private key file, go to downloads, select your key pair, click on open, click on decrypt password. See here, this is the password, right? So this password you can copy and save somewhere. You can save somewhere. Okay, like this. Now what we can do, go back to instance. So password is available, right? Now we'll connect this instance. Click on instances, click on instance, click on, yeah, choose your instance, check this instance, copy public IP, copy public IP, search here RDP, remote desktop connection. Click on this, open this, paste here public IP, Control V to paste the public IP, click on connect. Now it is showing default user, right? Now I want to choose more choices here. I want to click on more choices here. Now use a different account. Click on this. Now give the username, administrator, and password is, yeah, this one password, default password, which provided by AWS. Paste here. Click on OK. Click on yes. Yeah, wait for 1 minute. So it will be open completely. So click on yes. Now it will show you configuration here. Yeah. So this is the configuration, right? Host name, server name, instance ID, public IP version 4, private IP version 4, instance size T2 micro, availability zone AP South 1B, architecture AMD 64, total memory 1024. 1024 means 1 GB, right? Yeah. So instance is ready. Is it clear to you how to connect instance? Any confusions here? Is it clear to you, everyone? Everyone clear, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Once we log in into the server, yeah. So everyone understanding, right? Non-IT guys, freshers. I'll show you one more time. Nothing to worry. Okay. Yeah. Once we connect this server, inside of this server, we need to create one user and we need to set password to the user and we can share that credentials to respective team so that they start working on the server. Fine. Yeah. How can we create the user? How can we add password to the user? How can we give permissions to the user? Right. Let's try to understand here. Okay. Fine. Now click this Explorer. Click this box. Windows Explorer. File Explorer. After that, so right click on this PC. Right click on this PC. Before that, click on this. See here. C drive occupied how much space here? So out of 30 GB, 7.27 GB free. So it's occupied nearly 22 GB, right? So Windows occupied. Fine. Yeah. So that is why they are giving 30 GB here. Yeah. Now right click on this PC. Right click on this PC. Go to manage. Click on manage. Server manager is opening here. So this is server manager. So go to tools here. Click on tools. Click on computer management. Click on computer management. Yeah, see here. Now it is showing. Yeah, so all the computer management, local system tools and all it is showing, right? Now I want to create one new user here. How can we create the user? So here, click on expand this local users and groups. Expand this. Click on users. See here, three users are available here. Administrator, guest account, guest, right? Yeah, so now three accounts are available here. Now I want to create new user. So right click on users, click on create new user. User, username. I want to give DevOps user one, full name DevOps user one, description DevOps. Yeah, so like this you can give and password. So password and confirm password. So password should be strong password, cap letters, small combination of small letters, cap letters, special character, numbers, right? You can give here. Now password, yeah. So you can give like this custom password, any custom password. See here. Next one, user must change password at next logon. So if you check this, what will happen? Next time when you log in, it will ask you to change your password. That is why I want to uncheck this. Click on create user. Close this. See here. DevOps user one is created here. Right? Yeah. So user is created and password we give, right, to the user. But this user is not having any permissions. This user required permissions. So if you want to log in using user, this user required permissions, right? So normally when we hand over this server to project, they need access on the server, right? So user created here, but permissions also required here. So that is why what we will do. So we need to give the permissions to user. So how can we give the permissions to user? So here we have groups, right? So groups, click on groups. These are all groups available. These are all different groups available. So we need to add this user into any of the group so that that user will get the permissions, right? So here access control, assistance, operations, administrators, backup operators, certificate, like this, different remote desktop users, remote management users, like this different user groups are available. So we need to add this user into any of the group, right? Now I want to add that user into administrator group. Administrator group. So because yeah, administrator is having full control, full rights. I want to give admin rights to the respective user, right? So for which what I will do, so click on administrator, double click on administrators, double click on this. Now click on add here. So enter user here, which is DevOps user one. Click on check names. Now I'm able to, yeah, see here, this user is available, right? Now click on OK, apply, OK. What I did here, so this user, whatever user we created here, this user, I added to the administrator groups, administrator group. So once I add this user into administrator group, what will happen? So whatever privileges are available with the administrator, that will be reflected to the user. Clear, right, everyone? Now, what I will do, I want to sign out here. I want to sign out here and sign in as a DevOps user one. Sign out here. Now, I want to sign in as a DevOps user one. How can we? So copy this public IP, same public IP can copy. Now, open remote desktop, RDP, paste here, click on connect. Now it is showing administrator, right? I don't want to use the administrator. So yeah, more choice, click on more choice, use a different account, give the username, DevOps user one, password. Click on OK. Click on yes. Now I'm able to connect as a DevOps user one. I'm able to connect using user DevOps user one. Yeah, now I'm able to connect my server, right? Yeah. So once connect this server, you can manage, you can create resources, you can work on any application development. Developers normally, once we hand over the server to project, so how can we hand over? By giving server name, IP address, and username, password, credentials, so that they can log into the server, they can start working on the server. So developers, testers, they start working on the server. Clear, Andy, everyone? Clear, right? Any questions here, anyone? Yeah, fine. Now, yeah. So every cloud server is having two IPs, right? We discussed already, public IP and private IP. So what is public IP? Anyone, what is public IP?
To connect the server.
To connect the server, we use the public IP. But what is public IP here? Public IP is a dynamic IP. We discussed already, right? I'll, yeah, we'll discuss about that. Now, let's try to understand IP addresses. IP addresses. So we have first one is public IP. Second one is private IP. Public IP and private IP. So public IP is a dynamic IP. Dynamic. So what is dynamic IP? So dynamically the IP will be changed when we start server. So whenever we stop the server, IP will go back to data center, right? Whenever we start the server, so it will, yeah, get new IP. Server will get new IP, right? So because backend, there will be a DHCP server. DHCP server. What is DHCP full form? Anyone? Yeah. So DHCP full form is Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. So in data center, so every data center they manage some DHCP servers. DHCP servers. Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol servers. So what is the functionality of DHCP server? So DHCP servers supply the IP addresses to the host machines servers. So every time DHCP server take back the old IP, it will give the new IP when the server is restarted. When the server is start. Every time DHCP server take back the old IP, it will provide the new IP every time. Okay, fine. So DHCP server is a dynamic host configuration protocol which is available in data center. So it will provide the IP addresses, right? Yeah. Second one is private IP is a static IP. Static IP is a permanent IP. It will not be changed. It never change. IP will not be changed, right? So public IP, normally we use the public IP to connect our server. We use the public IP to connect the server. We use public IP. So once we connect the server, yeah, we use the private IP to communicate internally. We use private IP, right? Yeah. So now what I will do, I just want to copy public IP. This is the public IP. This is the public IP. Now copy private IP. This is the private IP, right? So public IP, private IP. Now what I will do, I want to stop and start the server. What will happen? You can see. This server I want to stop and start. What will happen? We can see. Okay. Select your server. Go to instance state. Stop instance. Once we stop the server, what will happen? Anyone? Any guess? Anyone? Once we stop the server, what will happen?
Go to
This
stop.
public IP will be gone, right? So DHCP server take back this public IP. Fine. So now select your server, go to instance state, stop instance. Just a minute. See here. Now select your server, go to instance state, stop instance, stop instance, stop. Once we stop this instance, now it is stopping. Once it is stopped, this IP will be gone. So that DHCP server take back this IP. See here. Now there is no IP here. IP is gone. Okay. So, but private IP is available, right? So private IP. This is a static IP. This IP will not be changed. This IP will not be changed, right? So this IP is as is, it is available, right? This IP is available. But public IP, it is gone. This is the old IP. Now what I will do, I want to start the server again. Select the instance, go to instance state, start instance. Now the instance is in running state. See here. This is the new IP address. Copy this public IP. Check this IP. See here. So this is old IP. This is new IP, right? So here, every time when we start server, IP will be changed. IP will be changed, right? Yeah. So in real-time projects, so client always look for the permanent IP in place of public IP. In place of public IP, client asks you to provide the private IP only, not public IP. So public IP every time it will be changed, right? So developers, testers, DevOps engineers, everyone will be confused. So when we every month what we will do in real-time projects, we update the patches. We update the patch. We perform the patching activity. So what is patches and what is patch? Normally, patching. Everyone understanding, right? What is patch? Anyone? Patches.
Repairs,
Yes.
repair. Correct.
Okay. So in our mobile, Apple mobile or Android mobile will get the updates, right? Every month updates. So automatically updates will be installed. Update once it is installed, yeah, mobile will be restarted. Same way, Microsoft release the patches every month, and also Linux also release the patches every month. So those patches we need to update. So once we update the patches, make sure the server should be restarted. Once the server is restarted, what will happen? This public IP will be changed. So if the public IP is changing every time, what will happen? Yeah, developers, testers, DevOps engineers, everyone will be confused. That is why my client asked me to assign private IP in place of public IP. So that is why what we will do here, we have another IP which is elastic IP. Elastic IP also, it is a private IP, static IP, not private IP, static IP. Static IP is a permanent IP, right? But this is not free of cost. This is not free of cost. We need to get the IP from data center, right? Yeah. How can we get that IP? How can we configure the IP? How can we, yeah, restart this? Yeah, how can we check the IP once we assign? And also, how can we, yeah, deassociate the IP from the server? How can we release the IP? How can we change the IP? How can we reuse the existing IP? That we will see tomorrow, because that will take some time. So yeah. So first of all, you need to understand these basics. Okay. So initially we'll move a bit slow. Yeah. Once we complete the Linux sessions, then we'll move a bit faster. Okay. Yeah. So initially basics are very important, right? So this basics, everyone understand this basics first. After that, slowly we'll enter into advanced concepts, right? So tomorrow we'll work on this IP addresses. So IP classes also available. IP classes. Tomorrow we'll discuss about IP classes. What are the classes available? Anyone having idea? What are the classes available? Real time, guys.
ABC.
Yeah. Class A, class B, class C, class D, class E also available. But these three classes we can use for project environment, production environments normally we use. Okay. So other classes, those are, yeah, different functionality will you, yeah, we don't use in normally real-time projects. So those are required for other functionality. I'll explain tomorrow. And also tomorrow we'll discuss about IP version 4 versus IP version 6. Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss about elastic IP and also IP classes and also IP version 4 versus IP version 6. So these are all very important. Before going to advanced concept, advanced concepts, we need to understand all these things. So tomorrow we'll work on this. After that, day after tomorrow, we'll start Linux sessions, Linux concepts. So day after tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days we'll work on Linux. After that, we'll work on a project. One project is there. We'll see that. We'll work on that. EC2 project, which is very important project. Fine. Any questions, Andy? Anyone?
This elastic IP we will use in when we are using this elastic IP, we need to use this use where power on or power off like that, or
No,
like
no.
private IP.
Once we attach this elastic IP, you power off the server, power on the server. If you restart server, IP will not be changed. It is static IP, permanent IP.
Okay,
So
that
in
means
place
for
of public,
public.
yeah, in place of public IP, we attach this elastic IP.
Okay, okay. So private IP will be always same. Okay.
Yes, yes. Private IP is, yeah. This is mainly for internal communication.
Internal communication.
Internal communication, right?
This is
So
only for
this,
power off.
yeah, this IP we cannot use for connecting the server. So it will not be allowed to connect the servers. So only public IP we use. In place of public IP, in place of dynamic IP, we use the elastic IP. Okay. So that IP we need to get from data center. That will not take much time to get the IP. Yeah, once we get the IP, that IP we attach to the server in place of dynamic IP. So how can we remove the IP from the server? How can we release the IP? How can we reassign the IP? These are all we'll discuss tomorrow. Clear, right, everyone? So still anyone having any issues to create the account? So yesterday one guy called me unable to create the account, facing the issues.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, got it. I got it. The account, sir. Account is created, sir.
You created the account, right?
Yes, sir. Complete, sir.
Okay. Which card you used? Bank card, SBI.
Federal Bank,
SBI.
sir. Federal Bank.
Oh, fine. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah. Others, anyone having any issues? account creation issues or EC2 Linux instance while creating Linux instance. Any confusions, anyone? Converting PEM into PPK. Yeah, everyone, make sure everyone practice, right? While practicing, if you face any issues, you can take the screenshot and post it to the group so that, yeah, I give you solution. Fine. Yeah. So once complete your practice, once complete your practice, you can go to instance, go to EC2, select your instance state, terminate. Okay. So don't keep this server in running state. If you keep this server in running state, some charges will be applied. So your free hours will be gone. After that, charges will be applied. Right. So once complete the practice, everyone make sure everyone remove the resources. Otherwise, you'll get the mails. So this is the bill generated. Yeah. Can you clear the bills? Right? Yeah. Delete this. Select instance. Click on terminate. Fine. Now it is submitting. Yeah. Now it is submitted. So you'll get the recording. So just go through the recording and you can practice this. So tomorrow we'll work on this IP addresses. We can complete this. After that, we'll start Linux. Fine. Yeah. We can wind up here. Thank you all.
Thank you.